So I'm gonna take you from this hot you-know-what mess express to this. Stay tuned to find out. We'll be using products that you can find commonly at the Dollar Tree. And of course, you'll be using products around your home to clean up your closet. Okay, so I'm using this board that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's just a foam board. In this closet, oh, look at that. In this closet, it is too narrow for it to even fit. Like, it's very long. I can't get it to come this way out of the opening here. And if I turn it the other way, it's not gonna fit. You can see how it creased up there. So I'm gonna have to take some measurements and cut it to size. So I just did the measurements and I got 27 inches from the front to the back. I got, I got 27 inches left to right. So that's the width. I got 16 inches from the front to the back. And then it has a little lip that comes down, so that's 1 inch. So those are the measurements we're gonna go with. I think though, when I do the covering on the front, I'll probably double it to 2 inches just to give it a nice thickness. Okay, so these are our tools that we need. So we've got a box cutter, some packing tape, contact paper, and the foam board. Foam board and the contact paper I did purchase at Dollar Tree, and I already had the box cutter. I got the packing tape because I totally forgot. You can buy some at the Dollar Tree, but I ended up getting this from Winn-Dixie. So again, I'm going to go ahead and measure it out and then put it together and show you how it fits in. So let's see how it works out. Forgot to mention that you also need a measuring tape so that you can write, get your measurements right, and a pencil. All right, let's go ahead and put that together then. Go over here and let's see. I really messed up my foam board on the end there, but that's okay because we're gonna end up covering it up with this contact paper. So let's see, we had 27 inches across. So I'm gonna measure this board 27 inches. This board is actually closer to 30, so that's why it wasn't fitting. So I'm gonna make a little mark at 27 inches. Then the board was the shelf is 16 inches front to back. So if we go this way, be very careful not, uh-oh. But now we have to measure this way, 16 inches. This board actually measures 20 inches. So we're gonna be cutting it 4 inches off. So since it's four inches off, I'm gonna put my mark at the top where it says 4 inches. I do hope that you can see that. I've got my mark there. So from one end to the next, it's 27 inches. And then I measured it from the top to the bottom. So since it was 20 inches, I'm gonna cut it 4 inches short, which is right there, okay? All right, so I just wanted to show you that I did do 3-inch markings all the way down from the edge there because I need to take 3 inches off across. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a cut from the top to the bottom for the 3 inches. All right, so as you can see, I'm doing a somewhat straight line here. So I think it'll do. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm gonna take off this edge And then I'm going to proceed with marking all the way across for the 4 inches from the top to get it to fit the exact measurements of the shelf. And then once I get this out, then I can use it as a template for the other ones, you know? So just follow along. I just want to show that I'm using this edge that I cut off as a guide to try and get a straight line. So I'm going to go ahead and cut again from this circle to that, or that dot to that dot, that dot to that dot, and I'm going to go all the way up until I can go ahead and just score and cut off the whole thing. I also just wanted to mention, as you can see, I'm doing it on the floor here, but you don't want to go too deep because, of course, since you're using a razor, you don't want to end up cutting your carpet. Doing very superficial cuts, and then once I get all my lines, you know, cut, then I'll, you know, lift it up and cut it at that point. Just be protective of the surface that you're working on. I am cutting the board and just working my way down from the top and just moving my box cutter along the crease that I made earlier when I was connecting the dots. Okay, well, I got it off here, and overall, I think the board looks pretty good, right? So the next thing we're gonna do is cover it up with our contact paper. Well, no, sorry. The next thing we're gonna do is create that lip. Remember, I wanna do a 2-inch lip for it to hang off of. So let's see which one of these equals 2 inches. I think it's gonna be this one. Let's see. So we have our measuring tape, or tape measure, whatever. Oh, this one is at 3 inches. So we have to cut 1 inch off the edge. We're gonna go ahead and get our pencil. We'll put a dot right here for 2 inches and cut off the 1 inch difference. So I've marked it to show where I want to now score the board, and hopefully I can cut it at a straight edge, and then I'll have my 2-inch lip that I'm looking for. All right, so now we have our 2-inch ledge here, and we have our 27 inches wide by 16-inch shelf form, right? So we're gonna go ahead and cover it with the contact paper. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have to join the lip to, we have to join this lip to this with the, what do you call that thing? We have to join the lip to the base of the shelf, I guess, right? Which I'm also realizing, hello, this is a bit short. We are 4 inches short. So I need to cut 4 more inches, 4 by 2 inch off of this and add it to that. All right, let me do that now. Okay, so I lined up this board. I lined up this board to the one that I'm gonna cut. So I know where my 2 inches is, but it was more than 4 inches than I thought. So this is about 6 3/4 of an inch more that I needed to cut off. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. Then I'll be able to join all the pieces together with my packing tape. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this packing tape to attach the 2 pieces together. I'm going to go along this seam here, and that will allow this piece to flex and hang like that because I want it to cover the front of the shelf. After that, then we can go ahead and put the contact paper. All right, so let's continue. All right, I think it's coming along here. As you can see, I attached the 2 pieces, and this part flexes like I wanted it to, so that will cover the front of the shelf. All right, so let's go ahead and cover it with that contact paper. So I just want to take a moment to show you that this contact paper from Dollar Tree lines up perfectly to the measurements that I have for my shelf. So let's go ahead and peel it off. This is the back of the contact paper, and what I did is I measured it with my shelf, and then I don't know if you can tell, but I creased it right here to show where the edge was. So now I know that I have to take my X-Acto knife or box cutter, and I'm going to cut along, sorry about that, I'm going to cut along this line right here. So that's where I'm going to cut. All right, we got our contact paper onto our surface. As you can see, there are some bubbles here, but that's okay. It's going to be at the very top, so it doesn't even matter, but just a few here. The instructions on the back says you can take a pen and pop them, but I'm going to have stuff on top of it, so I don't really think it matters. Now, in regards to my lip, once I folded it over, I do have a little bit of an overhang here, so I'm going to cut that excess off so you can't see it or it doesn't show once it's on the actual shelf. But overall, I do think it looks pretty good, so let's move on. Okay guys, it looks like I got it in here. It was a little bit of a squeeze, but I think overall it looks pretty good. What do you think? Right, let's go to the top. Once I get my baskets in here and things like that, I think it'll look so much better. And I just got an idea to give this place or space maybe a little bit of light. I might put one of these tap lights that I found at the Dollar Tree in here. We'll see. But anyway, but I think overall it looks pretty darn good. And my measurements were pretty awesome as well. So now that we have our template basically, now we'll just copy and paste basically on the other ones and do the same over there. But I think it'll give a general overall feel of what I'm looking for, and I can't wait to have it all organized and decorated for you. All right, so now that I got my template for what I'm going to do, I'm hoping that the next steps will go much faster by, I only have 3 more shelves, at least in this closet, to do. That's my goal, is to get them finished today. And then I'll do my kids' pantry linen closet thing as well. So I'll show you the end result once everything has come together. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. So far, I think the hardest part is trying to get the contact paper on there smoothly. But again, since I'm gonna have it covering things, and if you choose to do this in your pantry or linen closet, things are gonna cover it. So don't worry about it to be perfect, you know, so, all right, let's continue. Okay, everybody, so I finally got my linen closet finished, and I must say I'm very pleased with myself. The project took a little bit longer than expected, but only because, you know, life gets in the way. I do work from home, and I have kids, and I have other responsibilities to do. But as far as the overall look of the shelves, I am quite pleased. Could they be more perfect? Yes, but for me, it'll do just fine because nobody's coming in and, you know, examining it that closely. I think the overall look looks very nice compared to just the wire shelving. What I did is I just used materials that I have around my house to organize the closet. This little container here, one of my friends gave me as part of a Christmas present. I just absolutely love the message. It says, P.S. I hope you feel beautiful today. So I made sure that I put all of my little hair combs and brushes. You can never have too many combs and brushes. I'll move that out the way. And I happen to have a Lazy Susan in the house. And of course, all the little products. I love this because, you know, you don't have to like move everything out of the way. I can just spin it around and find what I'm looking for. And then all the way to the back, I do have things that I may not use on a daily basis for hair, such as deep conditioners, things like that. So I put that there. I gave my husband his own space, separated my stuff, you know, my space. and, you know, everyday basics and things like that went there below. Let's go and see the children's linen closet. I don't think I filmed a before on that, but the transformation looks pretty amazing, I think. And here we have the linen closet for the children or the guest room areas, but it's for my children. So everything is neatly organized. Again, I didn't go out and buy any containers. These are all things that I had in my home. If you're looking to organize your home, even if you have, let's say, shoe boxes, you can cover that up nicely and put some contact paper or wrapping paper on it and make your shelves nice and cute. These here, those little plastic containers, I did buy from the Dollar Tree some time ago. I got these metal baskets one time from Aldi. I got this container here from Marshall's. And then, of course, the contact paper and the foam board I did get from the Dollar Tree. So I did organize it to where I have all the washcloths separated. I have the towels. And then what I did is I separated my children's linens for their beds. So, you know, there would be my daughters and there would be my sons. And so what I did is I folded up the fitted sheet, the flat sheet, and any extra pillowcases. And then I stuffed it inside a matching pillowcase for that corresponding item. And if you already knew that you should organize it like that, then I'm mad at you because you didn't share with me. So what a wonderful way to keep all the linens together so that you don't have to go searching for the corresponding or coordinating, let's say, linens. So there you have it, guys. And again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in to Vibing with the Guzmans, and look forward to you know, like, comment, and subscribe, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. All right, have a great day. Bye.